Thank you.
Do you guys think I look jacked or what?
I can't tell, but you look thinner.
You look regular.
Are you vaping?
Yeah.
I'm on
Vaping,
day one.
drinking, and working.
I'm day one off the vape, bro. You're gonna
What?
Oh,
Day one?
guess we'll get into it on the podcast. Hello, my name is Dan.
I'm Sarah, disappointed older sister Sarah. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Appreciate it.
My name's Shane. I'm not disappointed.
Right. Well, super smooth intro. This is What the Hell's Your Problem? A podcast where we talk about our problems, maybe what's going on with us, what our biggest petty bullshit issues are, any advice we might want to give or have.
I have advice for you. Quit vaping, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Are you talking to me?
Both of you boys.
I'm just saying that they should just grow up and start smoking cigarettes.
Like, if you're gonna smoke, at least go big or go home.
Do it.
Okay. So with that, I'll introduce our guest for today. Our guest is none other than the comedian extraordinaire. I would say, I would call her the Queen of Victoria, BC. Not even just the Queen of Victoria comedy, but the Queen of Victoria in general. Woman about town. Woman about town. Regretfully heterosexual. Emily Woods is here.
Hello. Yeah, that is fatal.
That's your what? Regretfully heterosexual. Yeah. You sell the stickers and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Emily's here with us today. I love Emily. I started vaping again. We'll get into that. But Emily filmed her special at our club here in Victoria, Hecklers, last week. Listen, she's not gonna tell you, okay? Because she's modest, humble woman. But I will tell you, I was there and I hosted both shows. And it was a flawless victory. Like, I mean, it was crazy. The early show, this woman, I've seen you do comedy so many times, and I know that you love to like crowd work and jump, and you're so good at it, and you're such a good host, and you're such a good, you're such a present, good, quick, off the top comic. But your early show, she did 2 shows, 7 to 10. Your early show, you were so locked in and dialed, and there was not a extra word, and you just killed for like what, 50 minutes?
Yeah,
about 50 minutes, like just dialed in, and she got a standing ovation.
Yes.
Full on.
Yeah, you did.
Well deserved. There was no way that wasn't going to happen. It was one of the best performances. It was truly amazing. And then so afterwards, we were like, buddy, you got it. You nailed it. So there's a late show. So we were like, just go off, Queen, on the late show. And then you went on the late show and destroyed equally hard, but in a completely different way. Like,
it's also 5 beers deep for the late show.
We know. You were like the perfect amount of like, there was an old couple sitting in the front row, and they just became the through line for the whole show. It was like your second show could have also been your special, and that's crazy because the first show was like 10 times better, but just in a different way.
But they kept calling back your joke through the whole show.
You did.
Yeah, but it was the couple in the front first. It was like a consistent callback to Dan's joke from hosting the show. It was so good. It was so fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was wild. It was the best night of my life.
It was, yeah, I don't doubt it. It was like special. I cried when they gave you a standing ovation. I cried full tears.
Yeah, it was pretty special.
Congrats.
My mom was there. She cried a lot.
She asked me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cute as hell. Everyone was like, "Whoa, Emily, your mom is so hot." And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
Hot.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was hot. That was the consensus.
How do you feel? How do you feel after?
Oh, I'm just stoked. Like I listened to it all through today, and it's just I feel like one, I don't need to do anything now, but now I want to do everything. It's just like
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this isn't coming out for a while, so you
No.
can say the other thing since then that you told me.
Oh, I'm gonna do a lot of work in Vancouver. I'm gonna go over and do some spots on
Yeah, but what though?
the Just for Laughs Vancouver Festival.
Emily,
Hell yeah.
for last
Yay!
all the things are happening, man. I swear to God, next year, prediction. Next year, you get into Seattle International Comedy Competition, and
You would smash it though.
and you and Brittany Lysing become the first ever back-to-back female winning comedians.
Yes.
That's my dream. That's
Brittany-
my dream.
Also, shout out to friend of the show, friend of our hearts, Brittany Lysing, for winning.
We
the
love
Seattle
Brittany.
stand-up- International stand.
Incredible.
Brilliant.
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped for you. I'm so pumped, and I'm
Yeah,
so
we're proud of you. We're so proud.
So excited for you.
Amazing.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
In a good place.
Yeah.
Figuring it out, having a good time. Yeah, just trying to get laid now. That's really the goal.
That's it. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get your cheeks clapped.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah,
Just I got it before the year's done.
Well, we got time. There's a lot of Christmas parties. People are horned up and drunk and dressed like elves and shit.
That's the goal. Yeah.
Do you ever do Santa Con?
No, but I
You know what I'm
could be a
talking about?
good Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
you
guys
know,
about-
you could actually, sorry to interrupt you, Dan, but
Please.
you could actually get laid at a Victoria Christmas event. It's a very high,
What is that?
at Tuba Christmas in the market.
Oh.
They play all tubas.
Tuba
I
Christmas.
believe.
Tuba Christmas is it. There's the best place. I'm telling you right now.
Whoa.
Meet some
It's a
single
secret.
people there.
Okay,
And they all
I got
fucking eat.
a question.
Yeah.
Guys who play the tuba, do you think that they come too fast or not at all?
Low
I
and
feel like
slow.
they can last a long time.
Yeah, you think
loud,
Yeah.
loud and hard.
But they're
And
dorks.
they have
Yeah,
the
but
long-
they'll be grateful to be there.
the lung capacity, so they're probably really good in the sack. 'Cause
Yeah.
they don't have to breathe for a long time. And
The
then they have
only
the
thing, the only
What
thing
was
that makes me uncomfortable here is the fact that the name that I call my grandpa is Tuba.
Oh, yo.
So
That's fair.
well, that might not work then.
might ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. You can't be giving Grandpa Tuba the old the old rusty trombone, eh?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with you guys? What's been up? Shane, what's going on, dude? You don't have to tell us your problem yet, but like, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just full of manic energy and
Yeah.
screaming at night. A lot of things. Oh, I got a new bed.
Nice.
Me and my girlfriend decided not to give Christmas gifts to each other and just get a king size bed, which was all her idea.
Great. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, but is she gonna get you a fucking gift anyway, though? Or are you gonna get her a gift anyway,
I wasn't going to get her a gift at all. No, it's
You
a
have
huge
to.
bed.
buddy?
Now
Hey,
one room is just a bed. Like there's no room for activities or anything because it's just
Well, sounds like there's room for quite a bit of activities, actually.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Christmas in there.
She actually a full tuba Christmas day.
We
You
also
had,
just bought a king size bed for Christmas for each other.
Did you get
You
the?
did? Oh
What
my
bed?
god!
My
bed
husband
did
and
you
I.
get? Did you,
We got
'cause
the ND.
you did it. Okay. 'Cause-
Oh.
Yeah, he messaged me about that, so I told him to do it because I got one. And it's great. I love it.
I got the cat.
I'm just kidding.
Can I hop on?
You want to hop on?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Doing it.
Do a dive on it. Get into it.
I think we just full on saw up your skirt.
Well, yeah, it's right there, by the way.
Thumbs up for Emily on the bed.
You're wearing a skirt for that.
Well,
Sorry about my butt.
This is the most.
oh, it was very classy. Very classy. My nose. But yeah,
For
we
those
got,
of you who are not watching this, Emily just got up off the couch and just did a full swan dive onto my back.
Yeah.
theme of the show.
So if there's any tuba players out there, that's what you can look for.
Oh man, do you think that it's just you and the A&W root bear?
Oh,
They fucking killed that bear, dude. They're not okay. Anyway,
bear. Our sister drove into a bear.
yeah, dude, our sister hit a bear with her car.
When?
With her Yaris.
In her fucking cars. Yeah, but somebody in front of her hit the bear already.
But then she told me that she thinks when she hit the bear, was trying to stand up to get off the road and she finished it out.
Yeah. Oh my god, the
Oh,
bear's standing up, dusting himself off. Oh, sorry about that. That's my bad. Good bear.
oh my God.
It's like I'm sorry about that.
It's like,
I just
can I
woke
tell you
up.
the whole story?
Well, she told me that she thought it was like a black garbage bag, but then I'm also like, why are you running over? Why would you run? Like, are you not also avoiding that? Like, why?
So she
What?
pulled over and this guy's like, this guy also stopped. She's like, wow, can you believe I hit that bag? And he's like, dude, that was a bear. She's like, no, that was a bag. And then another guy pulled over and was like, you smoked that bear. And she's like, you mean garbage bag? It was like,
Who has a furry garbage bag?
well, then the fireman just ripped her bumper off full of like bear fur and shit and threw it in her back seat.
My God, she's gonna make a necklace.
She drove all the way from Duncan to Nanaimo with fucking bear guts. Her bumper in the back seat of her 2006 Yaris.
Yeah, sorry, whereabouts was this?
Just south of Duncan by the old farm market.
Are
Holy
you
shit.
serious? I assumed it was by her house. That's like another like hour and a half drive.
Dude, she had to drive all the way from south of Duncan to Nanaimo.
Bro.
Bumper in the back seat with bear guts on it.
Hitting
Bear blood.
Hitting a bear 2 hours from your house and then still having to drive home is crazy. On the flip side, I had a thing happen since we last did this podcast. I was in LA and I was about 4 minutes from her house and a car goes by me doing like probably 170 kilometers an hour. I don't know how that's like 5 miles an hour. I don't know. And then guy like super fast comes past me,
Yeah.
cuts in front of me and then goes into the right lane, and the right lane is connecting with a ramp, and a guy comes off the ramp and the dude doing 170 just plows into him. This is all like 200 feet in front of me doing highway speeds. Like, and then he hits the guy in front of me, and then that car he hit flies through the air, across the highway, hits another car, sends them both into the wall, and then the original car goes through, hits an SUV, and then the SUV just careens full speed into the wall. And I just like am in my friend's Prius, like just slowly driving through all the wreckage, watching all these people get out of their cars. All the airbags are off. There's just debris everywhere. And then I'm like, do I stop? I didn't. I did for a second. And I'm like, this feels like a bad idea. So I just kept going, but I was 4 minutes from home. And then I just like walked into the house. There's like soft music playing. And like Tara, my girlfriend's like in bed. And I come in and I'm like, hey, it's like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, well, I just watched an action movie unfold. So at least Alex had like our sister. I don't know. You have like an hour and a half to like calm down by the time you get home. I just like that happened, and then I just go.
Are the people okay?
I don't know. Fuck, I have no idea. It was really crazy. And then I told my friend who lived in LA, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can see that all the time." And I'm like, "What?"
That's why you need a dash cam, because you could have had a viral clip.
He has one.
You could have.
Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't my car.
it could have been your own Hawk Tua. That's what it could have been.
Someone's death is Dan's Hawk Tua?
Yeah.
Fading car in the sky.
My kids' hockey team did their cheer before the game the other day, and then they all shouted Haktua, and moms were all like, what the? And then one of the moms is like, do you think they know what that means? Because they all just acted like they'd given blowjobs. I'm like, yeah, they definitely all just did that. All 15 of them.
Are they all 16 years old?
They're 15, 16, and 17.
All right, some of them are
Yeah.
some of them are giving and getting
Oh,
by
I
now.
hate that.
Yeah,
They would know, but
That's
that's
happening.
gross.
yeah.
It's just I thought it was weird cheer. Odd cheer. Odd choice.
That is a weird cheer.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious. That's great. When I was 16 and if that was out, we would have done that 100%. Of course.
Moms were not amused.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Jesus Christ. So Alex hit a bear. What's going on with you? What's up with you though?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Oh,
fucking working in elementary school 2 weeks before Christmas, so
You just have COVID.
basically kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it
You
like
know.
in the school? Are you like, do you just not give a shit? Are you phoning it in at this point? Are you just having them do like hand turkeys or cotton?
We
cotton
tried to
snowmen?
teach them how to cross stitch this afternoon.
Why would you do that?
Ask me how well that went. It was a bad idea.
Don't you work with like little serial killers and stuff too?
No, just regular kids.
You work with regular kids now?
Yeah, for
You
like
never know.
10 years, but you know.
No, I've been
my
to your
career.
school and seen the boys that you help, and they're like they're angrily counting trains. Like they're not.
They're not. Don't say that. They're not. No, I just work with regular kids.
I don't think that's true.
It is.
Okay.
I used to work with very angry children.
Okay.
And now I just work with regular kids.
Well, now
The
you still
angry
do,
kids
but
were
it's-
too much.
You still do, but it's me and Shane and Emily.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you guys are really. I feel like you're not throwing things at me, so I'm kind of cool with it. No, I just work with regular kids.
I mean,
Anyway, they can't cross stitch. Tell you that much for free.
Yeah.
I went through a cross stitching stage myself, and I couldn't do it, and I just threw it out in the garbage.
In the pandemic, I did a cross stitch phase, but I wasn't good enough to make big things, so I would just write tiny words, and then I made tiny pillows, and the words would just be like,
That's actually
"Come."
so cool.
That was it.
I did some Golden Girl cross stitches during the pandemic.
like, did you draw the girls?
No, I just wrote their names. Blanche, Rose, Sophia. You know.
Yeah, I put my project a little too high up there. I tried to cross stitch my suicide note. It's just too many words.
Bro, can you say that on stage? That's so fun. This is
That's good.
That is.
I'm gonna
that's
get
good.
cried for help most.
to cross stitch my suicide
It
note.
was just a bloody needle at the end.
You get to the end and you're like, oh, I've accomplished something. You know what? I want to live. And then you
Yeah.
create a wall.
It just says at the end, I've been working on this since high school. Well,
All right, listen, it's already like we're like half an hour deep almost. We gotta
having too much fun.
get into our problem.
I'm still winded from that swan dive.
Yeah, I bet. Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Have some Diet Coke. Well,
Thank God.
right on. Okay, I got a problem. I got a real problem. First of all, the vaping is ongoing. I feel like every time I slip up and go back to it, it's worse than before. It's like, but now I'm in this weird place where I hate it. Like I don't even like it when I'm doing it. So now, like yesterday, I got up super early and I went and I bought a vape and I hit it like 10 times and then was just like, I hate this. This is gross and it's making me feel shitty and I hate it. And I threw it out. And then I was like, this is it. God. And then I went out. I made it like the whole day without caring at all. And then around 3 o'clock out of nowhere, I just was like, if I don't vape, I'm going to kill everyone. And then I went and got another one. And then I hit that a few times. And then I was like, I shouldn't throw this one out. I just won't vape. And then I went and bought nicotine patches. And then I came home and then I didn't hit it. And then later in the evening, I hit it again at like 10 o'clock and was like, oh, I'm like, fuck, it's so gross. So I took the thing and I poured water into it and then, like a bunch so I wouldn't, because I was going to throw it in the garbage, but I'll dig a vape out of the garbage.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. You said last time you quit and you threw it in the garbage, and then you went and got it out of the garbage.
yeah. So this time I poured water in and then it started hissing and like the light started going. It was like, and I was like, shit.
Chicken gremlin.
I'm like, I can't have this in my house. It might catch fire. I don't know what the hell. And then so I took it outside. Okay. And then I'm like, I don't condone this. I don't think this is the right thing to do. But there was like a symbolic thing where I'm like, I'm going to throw this off my back porch into the bushes. And I'm like,
You just hucked it.
and I hucked to the thing. I took it and I'm like, okay, I got to throw it far enough so that it doesn't land in the yard so I don't have to go down to the yard and get it and find it. So I'm like, I whipped the thing and then I guess air was passing through it or something, but it turned into like a glow stick, and it was like this blue flashing thing that flung through the air looking like a boomerang. And then it's like it made a whisk, like I could hear it hissing through the air.
Oh my God.
Way too hard, and I whipped it into the neighbor's yard and totally smashed it into their house. And it was like, it made the hugest noise. And I looked this morning, I definitely threw it into their gazebo. And then, but it was so funny. And I'm like, that has to be the last one.
And now the deer in your yard are hooked on
My
vaping.
deer in my yard are wearing Cookie Monster hats. They're fucking hooked on vaping. They're
Jeans with
There's-
wet bottoms. You quit drugs and alcohol
Yeah,
successfully.
yeah.
But this
I'm
is
gonna
going to beat you? Like,
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking not, but it's got its hooks in me, and I'm such an addict. So anyway, I think something for me is I really like lore a lot, and now the last vape being this hilarious thing that I threw into a gazebo might be enough lore for me to just be like, I can't buy another one because I can't.
That's what I'm back here.
You know what I mean? So I haven't vaped today. I've not vaped today. I'm on the patch. I've had a few bad cravings today, but I've nothing I can't handle. Like I'm okay and everything's good. So that's where I'm at.
the people with the gazebo are going to be blaming their teenager.
This is what I know. Tara, my partner, said the same thing. She's gonna be like, they're gonna be like, Jaden, what is this? We found your vape in the gazebo. Speaking of Tara, look at my hat.
Uh,
I got a hat that says "I heart my girlfriend." Just,
Jen and I are not laughing.
I wore it just to upset.
on the other side of things, that neighbor's kid is gonna ask their parents, "Why is our deer really cool now?"
yeah, why is our deer a tech deck champion?
Yeah.
So, but that's not my problem. My problem, I mean, that's definitely my problem. But
Huge problem.
Huge problem.
I have developed a crazy fear of flying.
Oh,
Like I used to have one back in the day, and then I got over it. Like I didn't care at all, and now I'm a mess, bro. I'm a mess.
it's terrible for your career.
Yes, I'm on a flight like every fucking week
Yeah.
now, and it's awful. It's crazy. I'm like, anytime
Is
the
it just
plane,
small planes or big
no, just
planes?
any plane,
Anything. Okay.
What about Ativan? Is that off your list? Are you not allowed to take that shit?
buddy? I don't even drink coffee. Can't.
You're drinking Coke. What's the difference?
It
What
doesn't.
What if you had an Ativan? Then you get do that.
Add a vape.
What are you flying with?
Whoever is good, like whoever's cheap, but usually WestJet.
Okay.
But like any kind of turbulence at all, like the plane shakes at all, and I'm just like, I'm dead. It's over. I have to like start just trying to like reminisce on the good stuff in my life. Like I have to like try to relax my body and be like, this is it, you're dying. You got to be accepting of it. It's such a nightmare. And I'm realizing right now this is such a big topic that maybe we should get into it another time. And then maybe I should just say the vape thing today because I have so much to say and we're already.
Well, could I offer you one piece of advice that helped me?
Sure.
I watched Soul Plane. You know what? It was one of the things that really kind of calmed me because like their plane is insane. Like they're dancing. There's things that it's a whole movie about their plane.
Are you being?
And so
Is this a real
What?
thing that helped you?
no,
Okay.
no. Another movie to watch is United 90. But that's
I'm not gonna watch.
Snakes on a plane, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe
Sully.
so hey, that's got a good ending. That would actually
Alive?
yeah.
Alive?
Yeah, Society of the Snow. That's maybe a good call.
I guess
On air?
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is I used to be scared of spiders, and then for like 6 months I watched all the spider videos, everything, and desensitized myself. So just do planes. Just do plane vids. Airplane.
And now because I talk about this, my algorithm's trying to send me like plane almost crashes from severe like any kind of shit. And so I have a friend who's a pilot and I call him when it's really bad. I've now paid for texting on the plane so I can text him and ask if things that are happening are normal. I had to ask a flight attendant to tell me I was okay a little while ago. And then I found it. So, okay. I was flying back from the prairies a few weeks ago, and he told me, my pilot buddy told me, he was like, oh, he looked at the pilot map after I flew from Saskatoon to Calgary, and he was like, oh yeah, he's like, you just went through some shit. He's like, that's actually crazy.
That's a horrible thing to tell you.
Yeah, but no, but he was like,
Yeah.
he was validating me, being like, yeah, that was crazy. That was not normal turbulence. And then he was like, but he also told me that no plane has ever crashed from turbulence alone,
Okay.
which is nice to hear. He's like,
Also, driving your BFW through the Rockies in the snow is way more dangerous.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. So I'm kind of at a place where I'm like, what do I walk now when I have a gig in Grand Prairie? Like,
Scooter.
Hot tip, if you say that you're disabled, you get upgraded to first class all the time.
really?
Yeah, my mom, like, she doesn't pay for it, and then she'll fly with us, and she gets to go sit in the pod at the front.
Oh,
Just because if they have
but she
room,
is disabled.
like she is,
Yeah.
but she
Bigger
doesn't
deep
look
that.
it. Like you can't tell that she's disabled.
She walks with a cane.
Yeah, but like she's, I don't know, she passes, right? They're not
You
like,
had
kissing
me.
her. They're
You-
not like, let me see your pelvis.
You
So-
had me until you said she's actually disabled. I'm like, oh wow, I never thought about this.
Can you get t-shirts to say, let me see your pelvis? Name of this
We're gonna need to see your pelvis.
We're gonna need to
pelvis.
see it. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, and so he told me that I found out about turbulence, that the worst time to fly in Canada is right before winter breaks, because all the warmth of the earth, I guess, comes up, and then when everything freezes, and then it creates air like a pile of air, and then on top of that it gets colder out here out west, so everything comes over the Rockies. So when you go over the Rockies, it's worse. So he told me I had to fly back from Calgary, Vancouver, to Victoria, and he's like, I wish I could tell you that it was going to be better, but it's probably going to be worse. So, but once
I don't think you can talk to this guy anymore.
no,
Therapist, but
no, because once he told me it was going to be bad, but that I was safe, I was way better in the second half. I was like, oh, I know this is supposed to happen. This is fine. He told me, he's like, he's been flying for like a decade, and he's like, I'm never afraid of turbulence ever. I don't even think about it. He's like, the only thing that sucks about it is that I feel bad for the people on my plane because I have to keep the seatbelt thing on. So anyway, that's it. So I'm working on it, and it's not just that, it's everything. It's like just being trapped. I think I'm claustrophobic as well. So like being in there, like in my seat, and I can't move, I can't do anything. I think it's a control thing. I'm just when I'm in my car, I'm the one driving, so it's fucking bullshit, but I feel like I'm in control, right? But like in the plane, there's no control, and I'm just at the mercy.
And you can't vape while you're up there.
Well, I asked my pilot friend, I joked, we were texting, and I'm like, I'm just gonna vape in the bathroom, and he freaked out. He was like, don't do that. Like, he got so mad. He's like,
wouldn't it be a felony or something?
yeah, it's bad. He told me that when the smoke alarm on the plane goes off is the worst thing that can happen, and when it does, the first thing the pilots do is start looking for emergency landing spots. Immediately, it's protocol. And he's like, and he's had flight attendants who will stand you up in front of the plane and shame you in front of the whole plane, like all kinds of. So yeah, definitely don't vape on the plane. Anyway, I wish
Had
this
that happen once. The flight attendants stood me up at the front and said, "This man ate all the in-flight peanuts." He just shamed me so hard. I was also vaping too, but
hey Emily, what the hell's your problem?
My problem? Yeah. I got a bird situation.
Oh, Sarah's gonna love this. Sarah hates birds.
Hate birds.
Oh,
So I hate birds now too. I thought it was chill. And seasonally, it's getting a little bit better. But for about 9 months of the year, I live right in downtown Victoria, and it's seagulls.
seagull time. I like how you
Seagull time.
oh wow.
They're shit eaters. They're the stupidest birds.
Well, we are a pro seagull podcast.
No, I hate.
They're sky dogs.
they're the
I love
worst.
No, they.
Don't you just
they
want to throw
live-
Drano?
Yeah,
So
they nest
Drano
on
out there.
top of my skylight, and then
Oh,
they took my balcony. I haven't used my balcony in over 2 years. It belongs to the birds. And then the crows moved in on top of my apartment, and the crows and the seagulls fight each other.
Okay, but
This is a
would
nightmare.
you say that it is worth it for when you see their little feet slap on top of your sky?
Nope.
The seagull ones are funny. Those
So
ones,
cute.
but then the
Yeah.
crows get on the
Ah.
skylight, and it's like talons just click clacking up there, and it sounds like torrential rain.
The crows are
'Cause they'll
mean.
come in a swarm of like 300
A
crows.
murder.
I also come in a swarm of 300.
And the crows know who I am, and they started.
They're smart.
One of them hit me in the head on the street.
Oh
Well,
my
that's
God.
scary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they know who you are and they'll remember.
Yeah, so I had to
And they'll pass it on to their youth too.
Ooh.
I
so
had to
even their
text my-
offspring
Do
my
you know
landlord.
that the hatred towards you will pass on to their babies, and now you're gonna be a weird crow person?
Yeah,
Well, why do they hate you? Are they like looking in your skylight and they don't like the way you're living your life, or like what's their problem?
they just hate me. I sent this message to my landlord. It says, "Hi, Mike. I'm having serious issues with crows. I think they've built a nest above my apartment. They're pecking and trying to get in through my skylight. I think they might be messing around with stuff. This is far worse than the seagulls, so that should say something. I recognize I sound insane right now, but it's very bad. Please, I need help."
What did he say?
He ghosted me.
Well, number one, Emily, let me say, I don't know if not many people know this, but there's a big war between the seagulls and the crows right now. It's like the Cold War, but it's birds. But anyway, this actually happened to me before when I used to live in a room that had a skylight. They'd wake me up every morning walking on it.
Yes.
And then I left the apartment and my friend moved in and she actually solved the problem. She started giving this is 100% real, it's not a bit.
You're gonna tell me to feed them peanuts. Everyone
No,
knows
she,
this.
she gave the crows offerings like shiny things, and then they would offer her back another shiny thing they found. And
This
so
is
now
what
she's
I've heard.
But they're still coming to her house though, either way.
You
yeah,
have
but
to
they're not
befriend them.
stepping around.
Because we had birds flying into our window and I went on Amazon and bought like the silhouettes of the birds. What if you put them on your skylight?
So I bought a fake owl that's supposed to scare them away.
That was
They
my other
knocked it over.
Oh,
beat it up.
God.
But I do really think you need to make friends with them. We have a lot of crows at school and they're so smart. They know when the bells are going to go and they come and sit on the roof like 2 minutes before the bell goes. And then as soon as all the kids go in, they come out and eat all the snacks they drop, right? But I've kind of made friends with them because I'm out there a lot and they like kind of jump around me and we're cool. So
I'm shocked
like-
that you are okay. This is crazy.
I really like crows because they're really clever.
You can teach them to talk.
Like,
you know?
I walk down Yates Street to get home, and I am ducking at all times, and the crows are
Clean up, bro.
swooping above me.
It is terrifying.
What if plot twist? What if you did befriend the crows and then you became a cool ass crow lady?
I mean,
Yeah. Invite them for a
Moira,
trip at
That,
National.
if that doesn't get you laid, I don't know what will.
that's my other problem. Is I realized that in this last year, I've only been penetrated once,
By a crow?
not by a crow.
The seagulls know.
I am a man, and I'm upset about it.
Crows and seagulls can feel your incel energy.
They know it's happening.
Oh, dude, seagulls. Okay, I used to work at a business downtown for many years in Victoria, and the seagulls would nest on the roof. But like a lot of them, like so many of them, and the problem was they would shit all over the roof, and then
Yeah.
summertime would hit, and the smell.
And it boils.
It's crazy. It is, and our staff room smelled so bad that you couldn't even go in it. It was crazy. And you might notice there's like in the summer in Victoria, after it rains
Oh,
in the
that's the
summer,
worst.
you can't even barely go downtown. It's crazy. So we weren't allowed to do anything about these birds because it was a nesting area. So it was like you're not allowed to fuck with them. My boss tried to pay one of the employees under the table to go upstairs and kill all the babies. He didn't do it. He refused to do it. He wouldn't do it. But isn't that crazy? Like trying to pay him to go kill.
I heard a story about someone who worked at the dump and they didn't know this was in their job description. They worked for bird control and they had to kill a seagull and they had to shoot it and then they had to snap its neck, make sure it was dead.
What?
Top
Oh my God.
the seagull
No.
as a warning.
No.
to the other seagull.
Who is the boss?
That wouldn't
at the
work.
Is the boss at the dump a giant rat? First of all,
It was it was a penguin.
oh,
Rat.
this is there's so much to unpack here.
Just like add all their eggs. That's what they do to the geese. We live on a lake and they do that to the geese. They just add all their eggs.
But
What's
you gotta do a warning to the
Dude,
seagulls.
Okay, first of all, there's a position called bird control at the dump. Can I just say,
A lot of fucking birds.
can I just say, across the board, probably the people doing the worst job at their job are bird control at the dump. The birds there's nothing more out of control than birds at the dump.
There's a lot of birds.
I think I should just hire one of those guys who has a hawk to stand on my balcony all day long.
Hawk Tuba.
Yeah. I just need to start banging a hawk guy.
What's a hawk guy?
Yeah, like
A falconer?
a falconer.
Yeah, with like
He has a thick
leather.
arm like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
thick
always
arm.
in like a leather trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a tuba
It
guy
might be easy to bang.
or a falconer. Yeah, falconer
Yeah.
and tuba guys, two of the easiest guys to bang.
Well, these are my options right now.
But the best
Or-
is like
I feel like you need to raise your bar, Emily.
I feel like also banging a guy who does bird control at the dump. Also an easy guy to bash.
Yeah.
pretty much
Smell.
Dude,
you fuck a falcon guy and you forget the condom. He's like, oh, there might be a hole in it because they have talons. They're like, oh no.
yeah, this isn't gonna work. It's like, you gotta put little condoms on his talons so he can hold the condoms.
You need to fuck that guy that's a superhero, the Crow. What's that guy's name? He was like Brandon Lee. He was a.
Brandon Lee is dead.
I think he
I know,
died.
but it was the movie. The Crow.
Didn't he die?
Yeah, he
He
got
did that
killed
movie?
in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually got killed by crows.
What?
No,
He got killed.
no, it's a loaded. It's a
Oh,
loaded gun.
It was actually a gun.
was that the Alec Baldwin one?
No, that was.
Oh,
It was
No,
Hitler.
that's Rust.
Wasn't it
Also,
Bruce?
someone got killed by a gun.
Wasn't it Bruce Lee's son?
Yes.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's son. Yeah, got killed. Didn't they both die on a movie set?
I'm not sure about
Mhm.
Bruce Lee, but
I thought Bruce Lee got kicked real hard or something, like by a horse.
I know. I think he was
on
doing
the horse.
a horse. Oh my God, it's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah,
No, Bruce Lee, I think killed himself because he had a bunch of crows on his skylights, and he was. Oh my God.
I've been cross-stitching my suicide note for the 4 years. I wrote that.
With crow feathers.
Yeah.
Sarah, what the hell's your
Yeah,
problem?
I got some driving problems,
Yeah, right on.
which I know that we're generally sick of. But first of all,
Did you hit a bear?
no, no, I did not. But I feel like it's maybe in the future because I'm teaching my son how to drive. He got his learners on Saturday.
Oh, I don't know who's
Maybe.
worse to learn driving from, you or your husband. That's both terrifying.
He's only been driving with me, and I've been very calm.
I'll
And
teach
he's
him
been
to
driving.
drive.
No, you are absolutely not.
Why
You
not?
just learned to drive yourself. You just learned to drive.
I have been driving for 11 years.
And I've been driving for 35.
Yeah, but I'm a better driver than you.
Wrong. I'm an excellent driver.
No, this is my sister who, when I was a teen, used to drive 140 over the Malahat, steering with her knees so she could roll a joint while driving.
But
my
now I'm
God.
almost 50.
And,
And I don't do
and
that.
now she can't do it because her knee can't get that high.
My knee, it's true. My stomach's in the way. But we just bought a new car and it's a standard
You bought a new car? What is it?
Oh, jeez.
2013 Toyota Corolla.
Oh.
Oh.
And it's standard.
Family. Yeah, it's standard.
Why'd you buy a standard?
Well, it was my in-laws tow behind for their motorhome, and it has to
Okay.
be a standard to tow it behind. And they
Does it? I didn't know that.
anyway, so it's a standard.
So he's learning stick?
No, he's learning on the other car, but I let him drive home from hockey last night, and it was a bit harrowing. Harrowing.
Has he been driving in a parking lot first?
No, we just went straight to roads.
Oh, good.
Go.
Oh,
Parking
she's like, no, you can't teach him how to drive. I'm a good, take him into a
No.
parking lot so he can at least learn the pressures of the pedals first. That's great.
Also,
we
man,
went straight to
you need to get Dan to teach him how to drive because then he can learn how to drive with all this vape smoke in front of his office. He'll like fill up the car, and he'll be like a better driver because that's what teens do. Is they
All right. Yeah. First things first, put the car in drive, reach into your pocket, start driving the car. Now you'll find that you can't find your vape. Lift up your whole body while keeping your eyes on the road. Feel under your butt, feel under the seat, down next to the other seat. Look in the glove compartment. I need you to start panicking a little bit because you can't find your vape right away. You're also listening to Papa Roach while you do it, dude.
Yeah,
you gotta
We have a radio ban on while you're learning to drive. There's no music.
is that a rule, or
I can say brake, brake, brake. You need brake. No, brake now.
This is why you go parking lot first. You're crazy for not.
But now he's driven on the road 2 times. He drove like on some pretty busy roads. His first time driving, because we didn't do parking lots, I let him do the roundabouts on West Shore Parkway, like the ones with 2 lanes.
Oh, you're a fucking asshole. You're a bad teacher.
It's
that
baptism.
road stresses me out.
That's baptism by fire, right?
But there are other people on the road. You're endangering people.
Fine.
They're not fine.
We didn't hit anybody. I was like, listen, but here's the thing. I had the dog in the car. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this car or either of us. But if you hurt my dog, we're going to have massive problems. So you need to go slow.
Every single thing you say is worse than the last thing.
Your son?
I cannot believe that. You should let me teach him how to drive. You can drive.
Definitely not.
You can learn on my car.
Listen,
very
you should let
confident
me
now.
teach him. I've got a bus driver's license.
But that is true.
Yeah.
What are you going to teach him in an Evo?
I don't have a car, but I can drive a bus legally.
That's amazing.
Ask her why she got her bus license.
Why do you have a bus license, Emily?
I ran wine tours for a year.
That's my dream job.
It was insane. I would drive 40 bachelorettes over the Malahat, hungover, almost hallucinating every Saturday.
That's so great.
That's crazy.
It was chaos.
That is insane. And I couldn't have done that job because this is it's good that I didn't get a driver's license till I was 31 because I would have died in a drunk driving accident.
You would have drank.
You would have.
Yes, and the only thing that kept me from driving drunk in my 30s was cocaine.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can drink like 20 beers and then do coke and then not drunk. That's the
Yeah.
we all know that.
Yeah.
That is not a legally binding statement by What the Hell's the Problem podcast. That is actually not laws, it's amazing how many people though I would be drinking with all day and then go to drive and then they'd be like, oh, we've been drinking all day. Okay, I got driving powder, and then I would just do coke and they'd be like, okay. They were just like cool with that. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
My girlfriend recently got mad at me because I thought it was a funny bit. I put one of those breathalyzers on my car keys. And I just do it like we're at Home Depot and I'll just do it like just want to see if I'm good to drive this. Stop doing that. It's like not funny. People die. I'm like, God.
Yeah, not today they don't. Holding it up. Not today.
He's the one driving. I'm drunk. So
okay, so is he a good driver?
He's actually a very good driver.
Yeah.
If like the first time we went on the road, if he had been sketch, I wouldn't have let him, but he was like super dialed in because the ADHD hyperfocus is now on driving. He's all in all the time.
He's a good kid. He's like a good kid. Like I don't think he vapes.
Oh, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't.
Do you think he's smoking?
No, because he doesn't leave the house.
You think he's smoking a little bit of that weed?
No,
he.
I definitely don't.
He's doing edibles though.
I think he's very focused on sports.
Do you have the other driving thing that you want to do?
My actual true hatred, because I actually don't mind teaching him to drive. He's doing a pretty good job. Is fucking people that back into parking spots and everybody around them has to wait while they pull forward, stop traffic, try and back in, but they have to try like 8 times because they suck at it. Like we all have time to sit there and watch them just fucking pull in like a regular person. It takes 2 seconds.
I do that.
Yeah, you're a douche. That's gonna probably have a vape hanging out your mouth the whole time.
And you drive a BMW.
Yeah, I drive a BMW. I have
vaping, and I have to fucking back in everywhere.
I have. Listen. First of all, I do it fast. And
I-
I don't think I would make anyone wait for me to do it. And I don't do it every time. I only do it sometimes.
Every time you back in, people have to wait.
That's not true. Not if there's no one around at all.
Well, obviously, fucking idiot. Obviously, there's no one around. But if there is somebody there,
I'm an idiot. She said every time that,
cannot.
but I'm an idiot. Okay.
Sarah, let me guess what I can guess which parking lot you're talking about.
Okay.
Especially Costco.
Oh no, I don't care about Costco. This is
Well,
usually big enough
people
for-
back in there.
They do.
You go around
Also-
the back end.
I always go around the back end of Costco. But also, if you back in at Costco, how do you load your groceries, you dumb fucks? Like, pull in so your trunk is facing out, or your back.
Yeah, I wouldn't back in at a grocery store. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
No, the back end place I hate most is Saanich Center.
Oh, Quadra.
Oh, that's a bad. You shouldn't.
That parking lot's a nightmare.
You shouldn't
That
back
parking
in.
lot I hate in general, but then it just adds to my hatred of it when people back in.
I will have your back on this one. You should not back in if you're in a bad parking lot.
It's a lineup.
Have we ever told the ship parking in Victoria story on this podcast?
I feel like we have many times.
Oh yeah, I know.
We don't need to talk about it before.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Mostly because it makes me look stupid.
Hey, Shane,
Yes.
what the hell's your problem?
Oh man.
Take
You
us
gotta
home,
move it
brother.
easy. Sorry. And so I have this problem, but it's kind of solved.
That's
But
okay.
it happened to me the other night. I was walking the dog, and I have a very reactive dog. She's from Mexico. They found her on the side of the road. She doesn't like anyone. She doesn't like men. Anything. She aggressively lunges at them. So I'm walking at like 10 p.m. because it's a safe time. So what'd you guys whisper? I saw
No,
that.
I just looked at her like, hey, maybe you need.
Yeah.
I said, Emily, maybe you need to take a page out of this dog's book.
I gotta start lunging more.
You gotta start lunging.
Anyway, so I'm walking down and I'm like, oh yeah, there's no one around. It's 10 p.m. It's Friday night, whatever. All of a sudden I see ahead of me, there's these three teens and they're running in the middle of the road at me. And one of them has a tennis racket.
No.
And
the
I'm
most least, the least threatening sports thing
I just-
for them.
But teens are so scary.
yes. And I want to preface this that I'm not exaggerating this for like jokes or anything. They were running at me and they were shouting like swear words, racial slurs, everything. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is.
Did they think they were online?
It sounded like I was playing Call of Duty because
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And so I took the dog. I was like, okay, what's our exit strategy? I move her to a yard, and I know my hairstylist lives on the street.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, if they come to attack me, I was mostly worried about my dog biting them, and then they'll take it out on me, and all this stuff. So I'm like, I run to the hairdresser's yard, and then all of a sudden, all these cops surround these kids. But the weird thing is, the kids see the cops and they wave them down, like, oh, and then I'm like, I started feeling bad, like, oh no, they were running at me because they needed help. Like something's happening, and I just assumed that they were attacking me.
These teens are gonna kill me.
Yeah, but then the cop rolled up, and then they just booked it. They all booked it, but the cop got out and shot one of them in the back with a rubber bullet.
What?
Yeah,
I was not ready for
Yeah.
this story. What are you talking about?
I was in the yard of my hairdressers. I'm just like sitting there, and I don't.
Your life.
I know. I don't see anything because they ran down the street, and then I just hear, get on the ground, bang. And then this, like the classic, like screaming, like a scream. And I'm like, holy fuck. And then, like when you saw that car crash, Dan, I was like, in my head, I'm like, I cannot be a witness for this. I don't want to go to court. And so I just fucking booked it with the dog and ran back to my house. But this is where the problem comes in here. So the next day,
Okay.
so
That's cool.
the next day, I happened, ironically, to have a haircut at the fucking place where this lady works, and she owns a hair place. But I had a different lady, and I told her the story. She's like, oh my God, that's so funny. I'm going to text her right now and say that you're in your yard looking for help. And then the lady texts back, who's Shane and why does he know where I live? She texted him. 100% real. It's not a punchline. It's nothing.
It is though, but it
and
is.
then I had to say to the girl that's cutting my hair, who I didn't know, I'm like, I know her. I've known her for a long time. I'm not making this up. I wasn't just stalking her in her yard. And then I had to message her like 800 messages being like, hey, just so you know, you embarrassed me at the salon. And she,
by the way,
she said, oh, this Shane. I'm like, how many Shanes do you know that live a block away from you with a dog that's reactive and needs?
Is your hairstylist Kayla or Kyla?
No, her name's Piper. Well, the one that cuts my hair is different. Piper's the one that does.
Buddy,
she's really cool.
This is the craziest story.
That's insane.
And do you know what the craziest part is to me about this whole story? Is getting a haircut from a different person who is not your hairstylist. Just going to get a haircut from like whoever is there is fucking chaos.
No.
I do that every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you all do that?
Yeah.
I would never let someone.
No, you're not. You're correct. This lady used to cut my hair, but now she owns her own salon and she designated me another lady.
Okay.
Fired you, Shane?
No, she just became an owner, not a hairstyle.
I think she wanted to get some distance from you.
Yeah.
Well, and I was leaving all the way out of that hair appointment being like, I know her. I've known her for 10 years. All this stuff. It made me look real bad.
I want to know what these kids did.
I think they robbed, but I was trying to find online anything.
They were stealing a tennis racket.
There was a guy that was like,
they were wanted for racketeering.
They're walking down the street, the sound starts playing.
Yes.
And you're like, whoa.
It was horrifying, but yeah. So anyway, she denied who I was. Then she knew, like, didn't want to know who I was. But then when she found out it was me, she's like, oh yeah, I would have opened my door. What's a little late? That was very
humiliated you.
And then this is the icing on the cake is I told my girlfriend, and I was actually like pretty shooken up, to see I didn't see it in front of me, but to hear someone getting shot with a rubber bullet.
How do you know it was a rubber bullet?
Well, because there was no ambulances or death. I just heard the bang, scream, and that's it.
And if the police shoot somebody, it's an ordeal. Like, it would be in the news.
It would have been in the news.
Especially if they shot a child.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're teens. They just had backpacks, and I'm just assuming they're gender. Teens. They're teens, not gender.
Teens don't have gender anymore.
Yes, all right. But the icing on the cake is I was like kind of like a little shooken up, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta lock all the doors. Maybe they're gonna come find me because I'm a witness. I don't know. And so I phoned my girlfriend. She's getting off work, and I say, hey, this is what happened. Kind of shaken up. The dog's scared because it was a loud noise. And then my girlfriend.
Also the other times.
My girlfriend said, This is why I always yell at you when you tell me to take the dog out at night. This is your fault. I'm not supposed to walk the dog. I'm like, no, what? No, I'm trying to get for some comfort.
Wait, you get in trouble for walking the dog at night?
No. Sometimes I don't want to take the dog for a walk, and I'm like, hey, you just take her. I already took her out. She's like, it's nighttime. It's scary out.
Yeah, don't make your girlfriend walk the dog at night by herself.
I'm just like, oh, it's a nice neighborhood.
It's not a nice neighborhood.
I know. And that's the whole point, but I wanted to be comforted.
Like, there are, for the record, there's not really like a dangerous neighborhood in Victoria other than like 2 blocks of Pandora.
I mean, I live in the dangerous.
Yeah, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like, your biggest problem is seagulls over your deck. Like Shane's neighborhood is it's like Harriet and
Burnside.
Yeah. We grew up over there. That was our neighborhood where
it was fine.
It was fine. Yeah, everywhere in Victoria is fine.
There's a Hell's Angels guy that lives at the corner, and he's really grumpy. But he protects the street. But not this night. Not this night.
Dude, maybe they were robbing his house.
Maybe.
That seems like a bad
idea. They were running at me. I'm just saying, my problem is why can't I be memorable to people when I ask for why do they this fat fucking bearded white guy? Oh, he goes in the mix.
I mean, you're a lot of guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like change my look? What happened? What do I
gotta get you like a signature thing.
a catchphrase?
No, like an accessory.
Oh, a cane?
Yeah, or like a monocle.
Yeah.
What about one of those floppy newsboys hats?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Bow
hate
tie.
Daniel. Those hats are so stupid.
Yeah, what about a bolo tie? He could pull off a bolo.
Yeah, I'd be like,
You
you
could
know,
pull off a bolo tie.
Yeah, you could rock
Or
a
a
bolo tie.
really fancy fanny pack.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are just making me the autistic guy of the neighborhood, not the fucking guy.
Yeah. We're making you. Man. Okay, speaking of bad neighborhoods, I have another LA thing that happened. Google Maps, I've been doing a bit about this, but Google Maps is using AI now, and it does weird stuff that it used to do. Google Maps, we were trying to go south to north in LA, and Google Maps took us, me and my girlfriend, we rented an Audi, a 2024 Audi A5, like this like sick ass car. I just rented it for the week because I just wanted to, because it'd be fun. And then Turo, by the way, Turo, the car rental, it's like Airbnb but for cars. Yeah. It's dope. It's great. You can rent a Porsche for like a few days for like not very much money. Anyway, so rented this thing. We're driving. Really kind of weird. Like we didn't really know where we were. I plugged in our address. We were in Venice. We were trying to go north. I plugged in our address, which is in Pasadena, and then Google Maps starts taking us home. And then we were listening to Nipsey Hussle at the time, and Tara and I were talking about Nipsey Hussle, and then we looked completely by coincidence, looked over to our right, and there was a huge Nipsey Hussle mural. I
know that mural.
We were on
Wild.
The intersection at the place where he got killed. And then we were both like, weird, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, talk about like AI doing weird shit. And then we were kind of just both like, huh, that's weird. And then we're driving, and then we realized, hey, if we're there, I think that means we're in South Central. And then
oh my God,
we were looking at where Google Maps is taking us. We like were going straight down like Compton Avenue, like full on straight through, and like it was probably fine, you know, but it didn't. I'm like, grew up listening to rap music, and I'm like, it didn't feel very fine at all. And the joke is, I'm like, where is AI? Why is AI not tapping into my Spotify and being like, you listen to too much Lumineers to be in this neighborhood? Like what? But like, I kind of felt that way. I'm like, where is it at? And then instead, it's like, we're on the 405, and it's like, we found a faster route. Are you strapped, motherfucker? Like we're driving through, and there was a burning car. It just kept getting worse until the point where it was like, oh, we are
burning car.
There's a burning car in the middle of the road at one point, and it got to the point where it was like felt actually like we were driving slowly in traffic, and every person was staring right at us, and like full on, and like yelled, like people yelled stuff at us, and it was like, okay, we need to like. I like stopping at stoplights and red lights. I was like rolling right through them, and I'm like, it felt really dangerous.
Was the car blue at least?
Yeah, no, it was red and blue. It was like not yeah. No. Yeah, it was really crazy, dude. And that's my bad neighborhood story. We got out of there unscathed. And again, it was probably fine, but it didn't feel very fine. Anyway, yeah. we should probably wrap up. We're going for about,
yeah.
I was wondering, do you guys, maybe I thought we could go around and maybe do a segment that I didn't plan this. I didn't tell anyone I thought about it while we're doing this episode. What if we each give a little piece of advice, random life advice? If you had to give one piece of life advice, just to the listeners, anything, just free advice about anything you want. Does anybody have anything off the top of their head? I do, if you don't.
Yeah.
Don't renovate your house at Christmas time.
Shane, what is it?
Prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Oh, that's nice. Prepare for
That's
the
why
worst.
I get 2 things of luggage when I go to Vancouver, just in case you shit yourself. There's ferries canceled.
You bring double luggage?
Yeah, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. If
You gotta bring a whole, like, I'll bring extra underwear and extra socks.
Yeah.
I'm not packing a whole other bag.
Well, no, I have things in there. I got a book and a karaoke machine, everything there. You never know.
Yeah, mechanical bull.
You never know. Well, that's mine.
Okay, prepare for the worst and expect the best, or whatever.
I
Okay.
like that.
Dude, have you got something?
Yeah, I got.
Oh,
Emily's got one. Go
oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Mine is always show up if you can.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
think
struggle
it's
with
very
that one.
important. Yeah, and always show up to
Hard.
someone's birthday party.
That's nice.
If you get invited to a birthday party, show up. Like
It's a big deal.
that's a big deal. Always just show up. If your friends are like, this is the important thing, if you can be there, you should be there.
That's nice. I don't do that enough. It's just because I'm home so seldomly these days that when I get home, I'm like super precious about my time. And I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to, I'm like peopled out. I don't want to, but I should go. I should make, even if I stop by for a bit,
Yeah.
you know?
I have to remember that too.
You were going for soup earlier today. And I'm like, well, I'm not really eating out at restaurants right now, but like, I'll still go and show up.
Yeah, you gotta show
and say
up.
what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you eat broth?
Yeah, I was gonna eat broth.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying not to spend money out and
Oh
eat
God.
bad food and stuff. So, you know, and then I ended up going to the Ruby today. So
What?
yeah, but it was a work function for my partner, my girlfriend's work. So
Okay.
it was
okay.
free, and I ate sauteed kale,
Okay.
Mexican
Nice.
beans. So
Okay.
okay, great advice. If you can be somewhere, show up.
Yep.
Show up if you can. Show up if you can is great
Show
advice.
up if you can.
Dude, what do you got?
You don't need that last glass of wine.
Oh,
You know, like right before bed when you're like, I'm just gonna have one more glass. You don't need that glass. That's
Yeah.
bad.
I feel like all this advice is for me. So
Tomorrow you will curse you for that last glass.
I got dude.
Yeah.
Like Tara's a 2-drink person, and we're at the point now where if she goes to get that 3rd drink, I'll be like, don't do it. And it's not because I'm like trying to like, you know, tell someone what to do, because I know that she will be like in huge regret. And every single time the next day, she never does it. And then the next day she's always like, thank you for telling me not to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, you're gonna be hungover if you drink 3 drinks, which is adorable, by the way. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I
Great.
like that. I
Great.
like-
Don't drink that last glass of wine. You don't need it.
Yep.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
What's
Uh,
yours?
Do you guys like my earrings, by the way? Do you
Yeah,
guys-
what are they? Are they mushrooms?
No, what are they? Can they know? Can
Are
you
they
guess?
swords? Is it a Minecraft?
a lamp. A
They're the
lamp?
leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
Oh, good one. I was gonna say maybe
Ooh.
you got a decent fucking camera for your laptop when
Yeah.
you do this podcast. That'd be nice.
Laptop.
I'm gonna
It's like a year old.
think
I didn't know you could record a podcast on Winamp.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my BlackBerry.
You're on your phone?
Oh, I'm on my computer.
Well, I don't know. That might be worse. All right. My advice is if you kill a CEO, don't go to McDonald's after. This is coming out probably way after that happened. So just so you know, when we recorded this, it happened like 3 days ago.
yeah.
Okay. Also, that guy is
So
fucking
hot.
hot as fuck.
And I was rooting for him. I wanted him to.
We're all rooting for
We
him.
love Luigi.
I got
You are-
yelled at for saying that.
Oh, they're incorrect.
I'm Team
I
Luigi.
know. I'm like, I'm cheering for the shooter.
I wish he
That
was
guy.
safe. I wish he was able to go out and get some more. That's how I
I
feel.
wish they wouldn't have taken down his GoFundMe because I would have thrown some cash at him.
Oh,
I wish he would have shaved his unibrow.
I
I
posted,
wish I would have ditched.
I
Don
posted-
Only thing I'll say,
Pesto.
I posted a shirtless photo of him, and then the caption said, I mean, honestly, who wouldn't let this man shoot on their back? And then people got upset, and I had to take it down. I know. I was like, it didn't feel like me. It felt too dark for me. But like, honestly, that guy was hot. I would let him hit 100%. Okay. My actual advice is, don't go to bed with dirty dishes, and don't leave your house without making your bed. If you do those 2 things, your entire life will improve.
Those
I
are two
swear
things
to
I'm
God.
very bad at.
I swear to God, do your dishes before you go to bed, make your bed when you get up, and your whole rest of your day will be better. That's my...
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do either of those things.
No.
Yeah, do them.
I regularly leave dishes and also don't make my...
I'm going
Especially
home
with
to an
a
apartment
thing
with dirty dishes and a blanket balled up in the middle of my bed.
I'm telling you, just give it a try. Do it for like a week. When you get up and make your bed,
Time for that shit?
you do. It takes like fucking 10 seconds. You have a dishwasher.
I know that's always still full from the night before, and then I don't have time to like empty it because I run it before I go to bed. And then you have to empty it and refill it. And
Even if
Dawn's sleeping on my bed, I
Hey.
don't want to kick her off.
Even if you filled it before bed and turn it on, then you didn't go to sleep with dirty dishes. But you gotta, the next day, you gotta like...
Well, I do it, then I redo it again when I get home.
Yeah,
Or-
dude, being an adult is just doing dishes all the time.
Sucks.
Yeah, especially when you own a 16-year-old who all of a sudden will come up from his room with 12 plates.
Own a 16.
Like, where did these come from?
Listen, if I can't own a 16-year-old, neither can you.
Oh, I own them.
Is that why the squash you made was so big? Because you were trying to replace your 16.
My sister made a squash, grew a squash so big.
She made a squash.
I made a squash.
She grew a squash so big that she entered it in the county fair. And then
I tried to.
they fucked up and lost her entrance. And then I went and got
And
it.
it was this big. A patty pan squash that was this big.
Damn.
And then I went, and it was like it would have placed
Next year.
Next year.
Next year. It's always next year.
next year, dude.
Sorry.
All right, that's all the time we got. What the hell's your problem? Hopefully, we solved some problems today.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Well, at least we got them off our chest. We grouped
I'm
it.
a bad mom, apparently.
I got a
You're
blows
a
and
douchebag.
tubas.
Yeah, you definitely need to get into the land of Tuba.
Yeah, you got to wrap your mouth around some tuba.
Or
Tuba,
Falcon.
hell, you got to go so hard they start calling it a 3-by. You know? Emily, I don't know when this episode's coming out, but hopefully your special is out or will be out soon.
Yes.
If not, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Where do people find it?
It's going to be called Deep in the Woods.
Yes.
You'll be able to find it on Spotify, etc. And the special will be out on YouTube. And Dan's producing it, so he's the one who's got to make sure that happens. I don't really know that side of it.
I actually don't. Someone else does that. But
Okay,
yeah.
Great. And then you can follow me on Instagram at Emily Rose Woods with a Z at the end. And
That's cool.
I'm almost at 3,000 followers.
Whoa.
Nice. That's amazing.
Big day.
Yeah.
Big day.
So let's crack that.
Cool. Shane, you got anything to push?
No.
Right on. You're doing Judge My Jokes. And
Oh, don't even.
which is, I don't know why you're doing that. Why?
Someone, I'm not gonna mention names, but someone went on their knees and begged me to do it. I'm not even joking.
Okay. Well, I definitely want an update on Shane doing an open mic show where other comics,
Well,
judge
I'm
you.
doing all new material, to give people a chance.
Yeah, give him a chance. Eh? Sarah, you
Yeah.
got anything to push? Go see her at her elementary school.
No. Keep your kids home the last 2 weeks of school.
Great. I don't know when this is coming out, so probably
Please soon.
end of January. I'm doing Hubcap Comedy Festival. I'm not allowed to announce that in real life yet, but I can say it here. Yeah, those I don't know what else is going on. Just go on my Instagram and see Dan Duval
no.
Comedy. And yeah, hey, our new logo, by the way.
What will be new?
You'll have seen it already for like probably 4 episodes, but shout out to Mace Galoni for doing our new logo.
Very
It's
good.
so nice. Thank you, Mace. It's beautiful. We are going to have him on the show soon too. And yeah, it's great. He's if for all your logo needs, go see that guy. He's awesome. So thank you, everybody. Thank
So
you
much.
for doing this. Thank you to Grossbuster for our theme song.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me today.
Yes, thanks, Emma.
Oh, glad. Thanks, Emily.
We love you, buddy. All right.
Love you
See you
guys.
later, everyone.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.